It's Tuesday, November 13th. I'm Wayne Moore. This is Evening Update. At the top of the news, a number of people living on the streets in Vernon is on the rise. A survey released Tuesday by the Social Planning Council of North Okanagan found that 161 people are living outside or in shelters. The survey was taken October 29th. That's up from 153 a year ago and 144 in 2016. The report states the lack of affordable units and the low vacancy rate have significantly increased the number of people without homes right across the province. To help alleviate that crunch, the province Tuesday announced $8 million in funding for 78 affordable units in Vernon. A dangerous prank on Highway 97 in West Kelowna resulted in dented metal, but it could have been much worse. Two vehicles were pelted with what seemed to be a soda can about 6 weeks apart.
And sure enough, on the passenger side rooftop, about 8 inches from front windshield where my wife was sitting, something had impacted the roof. It was heavy enough that it bent and damaged the metal on the roof.
I saw somebody, maybe 50 meters up the road, looked like they were trying to cross the highway, and they wound up as they approached and threw something in front of my truck.
No one was hurt in either incident. More than 1,400 people have now signed a petition opposed to planned logging within a recreational area just outside Penticton, frequented by cross-country skiers and mountain bikers. Several cut blocks have been laid out amongst a network of trails about 4 kilometers up the Carmi Forest Service Road, slated to be logged sometime next year. The plan will convert several kilometers of trails into industrial logging roads. Kelowna RCMP are asking for the public's help in identifying suspects involved in the theft of tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Someone broke into an industrial business on Crowley Avenue overnight on October 24th. Security footage shows 2 masked suspects cut the padlock to a gated compound where they loaded and removed several pieces of hydraulic equipment. We have security images on Castanet. A tax bump is in the works for Vernon residents. Vernon City Council heard the details of the preliminary budget for 2019 Tuesday morning, one that could increase taxes by 5.57%. That includes a 1.9% infrastructure levy and 3.67% for operational items, among other things. Members of Fair Vote Vernon crying foul after some of their pro-proportional representation signs were vandalized. In a press release, the group said their signs have been obstructed, vandalized, or torn down. In some cases, a Vote No sign was placed in front of Vote Yes signs, and some pro-proportional representation signs were destroyed. Penticton's MLA Dan Ashton has received a flu shot every year religiously since well before his time in politics, and now he's using that platform in the public eye to encourage others to do the same. For him, Ashton says flu shots are important for people's personal health, but adds if we can keep people healthy, then we keep them out of the hospital. The Thompson Okanagan Tourism Association hopes to reinstall confidence in the region after tourism took a major hit in visits over the summer. TOTA says the region was down about 500,000 visits in August and September following another devastating wildfire and smoke season. An advertising campaign will focus on Alberta and the Lower Mainland, where most of the canceled visits originated from. CNN is suing President Donald Trump and members of his administration. The cable news network demanding the White House return reporter Jim Acosta's press credentials. His privileges were removed following a contentious news conference last week where Acosta refused to give up a microphone when the president said he didn't want to hear anything from him anymore. The province is funding 4,900 new affordable rental units to be built in the next 3 years. It's all part of its efforts to tackle a housing crisis across the province. The units will include both non-profit and cooperative housing and are designed for to address affordable housing needs for a range of income levels in 42 communities. That, according to a government statement, as we mentioned off the top, some of those units will be built in Vernon. Okanagan weather, sunshine, cloud the rest of the day. Tuesday with a possibility of wet snow later in the evening, rolling into Wednesday as well. Showers Wednesday and Thursday. Coming up tonight and tomorrow, some progress on a downtown Kelowna hotel. And how kind were you on World Kindness Day? For details on these and the rest of the day's news, keep it here at castanet.net. For Castanet News, I'm Wayne Moore.